Across the Himalayas, scientists have observed something alarming. When forests disappear, landslides increase dramatically. In parts of Uttarakhand, landslides have risen by nearly 300% in deforested regions compared to forest covered slopes. Because in these mountains, trees are not just trees, their roots hold the soil together, slow down water, and protect entire valleys from collapse. For thousands of years, one silent garden has done this work better than most. That is, the Deodar Cedar. But today, the witness that held the mountains together is beginning to weaken. The Himalayas are becoming increasingly unstable. To understand this phenomena, we must consider a witness that has stood for thousands of years, the Deodar Cedar. This tree is more than just a specimen. It is the literal backbone of the world's highest mountain range, that is, the Himalayas. However, after eons of enduring storms and silence, a significant change has occurred. The wood of the gods is now under threat, and if these gardens fall, the very ground beneath them will be next. The Deodar Cedar is more than just a tree. In the Himalayas, it's considered sacred. For ages, its wood has been used to construct temples, homes, and bridges. Thanks to its natural resistance to decay and insects, many Deodar structures have stood strong for hundreds of years. Cutting down a living Deodar without proper respect was once seen as a grave moral and spiritual wrong. But these trees have a much deeper role to play. Their extensive root systems hold the mountain soil together, helping to prevent erosion on steep slopes. Their thick canopies provide shade for the forest floor, which helps to keep the moisture in and the temperature just right. They provide homes and foods for birds, mammals, insects, and plants that grow under them. They help to slow down water flowing downhill. They make the ground more stable. The Deodar isn't just take over the forest, it helps it thrive. It seems winters in the Himalayas are getting more and more unpredictable. In many places, there has been less snow than usual. Glaciers are slowly moving back, spring water sources are becoming less dependable. For trees like the Deodar, which live for a long time, these changes are quite important. Less snow means the soil gets moisture more slowly. Longer dry spells put a lot of stress on these mature trees. And when heavy rain suddenly hits slopes that are already weak from the dryness, it can be a disaster. In these tough conditions, these trees are more likely to fail. When the roots can't hold on anymore, whole hillsides can collapse. The Deodars aren't disappearing overnight. They are getting weak slowly, one season at a time. When formal protection isn't enough, communities often turn to their traditions. The grove is dedicated to the local deity. Cutting trees, removing plants, or disturbing wildlife is strictly prohibited. Across the Himalayas, it is called Devadaru, dedicated to village deities, and in Coorg region of Karnataka, it is known as Devadaru. In such areas, sacred groves are being safeguarded by cultural beliefs rather than strict rules. In these groves, cutting down trees is not a legal requirement, but rather a shared responsibility. These forests often thrive better than the areas around them. A new generation is helping to keep this protection strong. Villagers and young conservationists are finding the oldest Deodar trees, protecting the seed-bearing giants, and planting native saplings for future forests. Modern tools are working alongside the ancient respect. Protection is becoming a personal commitment. The Deodar has endured centuries of change. It has adapted to cold altitude and time. However, it cannot survive neglect. Protecting these trees is not symbolism. It is stability, water security, and safety for the valleys below. For when the wood of the god stands, the mountains endure. And when it falls, everything downhill feels the loss.